What was the attraction to bring the Ed Show here to Toledo?
Well, this is the first of a number of stops that we're going to make throughout the country, telling the story about the American worker, the American middle class, what's happening out there, why can't we create jobs, what are the people saying? And I think that's the real true element of what we're trying to bring to the screen is that, where politicians are saying one thing, what are the people saying and what are they up against in this tough economy right now?
Now, you've been in town for, I don't know how many hours, but I imagine you've already talked to some people. What are some issues that people are coming up to you and saying, this is what's going on in my city that you might talk about tonight on your show?
Well, when I got to the airport, got picked up by the cab driver, and cab drivers know everything. I was amazed to find out that China has purchased land in this city. Why in the world would a foreign country want to buy land here, but yet we not see that opportunity? Why isn't the free market working here if that's what, the Republicans always are talking about? I mean, why does a foreign country have to come into the labor hotbed of America, Toledo, the middle of the country, the smokestack area of America, and they're purchasing and investing and we're not? I mean, I think that's a real issue that we've got to address as a country. And I know the people aren't happy about it. I mean, I walk through the city of Toledo and I know there are some good things happening, but I'm astounded at the number of buildings that are boarded up. There's plenty of brick and mortar. There's nothing happening on the inside. That story has to be told to America. We hear about it and we read about it, but once you see it, it has a very profound effect on you. We really have some real voids in our economy.
And also another hot issue is the SB5. Is that something else that you might be bringing up tonight?
There's no doubt that issue 2, which was Senate Bill 5, is a focal point of what we're going to be talking about tonight because it attacks workers and it restricts their voice in the workplace, which cuts to the fabric and the fundamental basis of what this is all about in our country, to give workers a voice so they can prosper, so they can enjoy the wealth that they're helping create. And to restrict that and to blame it on the middle class as to why our economy isn't working, I think is a travesty. We're letting the top 2%, the corporations, off scot-free because they're supposed to be the job creators, and so we're taking it away from the nurses, the teachers, the firefighters, the law enforcement officials, the librarians. These are the people that are supposed to make our economy better. We get them to serve up their health care, serve up their wages, and now we want to take away their voice in the workplace. I don't know how Kasich can win on that.
You'll have to excuse me, I don't have cable, so I haven't seen your show recently.
Yeah.
Is this kind of something new that you guys are doing, going from town to town and talking about these issues that affect local people?
Well, we've done town hall meetings at free healthcare clinics around the country, dealing with the healthcare issues and the uninsured in America. But this is the first stop that we have targeted to be centering around the economy and manufacturing and what we have to do to get people back to work in this country. So we're going to do obviously Toledo tonight and then Columbus tomorrow. We're planning on one in Gary, Indiana, and there'll be some in Michigan as well. But I think that this part of the country is going to be the hotbed for 2012. And I think what people in this part of the country are going to have to say, I think, is going to really connect with other parts of the country because it really is everywhere. We are rechecking and redefining our priority list as a country with American workers.
What do you have to say about, and you kind of mentioned this already or said it, but still you're getting up close and personal with the people and not just behind a camera in some studio in LA or New York, but you're getting in front of these people. And does that change it up a little bit?
Well, sometimes when you do a show on location, it may be one comment from someone who's there. It may be a statement, a phrase, one interview. It might be a host of interviews that really affect the viewer and really have an impact and end up being a story. I mean, I want this to be a national story. I want people to see the empty buildings. I want them to know the pulse of the people in the heartland of Ohio about what it's like to have issue 2 on the ballot where their voice in the workplace is being threatened. I mean, I think this cuts right to the fabric of who we are as a country. And so sometimes when you're on the road and you do things that might be one interview, one person, one bit of emotion, that captures and really makes the show, and I think we'll find that on the road, no doubt.
Okay, and I got to get running because I got some other shoots I got to
Sure,
do today. But
yeah.
is there anything that you just think is necessary that I failed to ask you that you think you should
No,
do
look,
about
I think you can go on the road and overthink what you want to do. It's just be brilliant on the basics and make it about the people. It's not about the host, it's about the people, it's about their lives, it's about what's on their kitchen table. That's what this is about.
Thank you, sir.